So I was drunk, flung the wallet at his face, actually hit his face.
You couldn't miss, right?
It's in this distance, right? You're sitting.
No,
just
but
like,
try to throw a wallet at me right now. You still might miss.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
Donald Trump, he missed what?
Are you f***ing serious?
Rolling dirty, then this, and rock that messy colors,
Welcome back to Yamcha Sessions VFO Very Fast One. Today is the 20th of September 2024. Apa kita diskusi hari ini, MJ?
Today we take a dump on our fellow machas. Not the green type.
The purple?
The less green type. Okay. Not that matcha. No tea. But this is this is a follow-up from our trashing of Chinese people, because people said that, oh, you only do it on Chinese because you hate Chinese people, even though we're Chinese. So here comes the matcha one. And if we get more than 15,000 views,
We will do
Type.
the last one.
Last type.
Bro, what about the line, bro? We don't get that.
The last big one. Okay.
The last big one.
Okay, so 15,000 views.
Let's go.
Okay, and also guys, a reminder that videos like that is meant to be lopsided. There is no balance. There is no good things. It is purely negative.
It's here to trigger
So
you.
as a reminder, do not expect, oh, but you have no, you only say the good things,
You never,
the bad things.
no
not there.
research done, all this lanjao lah.
And if you're offended by the end of this video, there's a support service you can contact Pogi.
It's Instagram link.
MC Black, MC Black Z.
Let me know, I'll reply you.
So yeah, anyway, guys, we'll start with the
Oh wait,
Indian group.
we haven't probably say the topic of today.
No, we said we're gonna take a dump on our machas.
Bro,
Dump
the,
on
ti-
machas.
you, the
Apa lagi
moment you
India
click
mau?
on this video, you know why you're clicking this video. lah, bro.
Let's go. Okay.
Right. So okay,
This is like a CIA interrogation. lah.
Integration.
what's wrong with your race? It has begun. Okay.
I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. All right. But I would say that we hurt ourselves more than how society hurt us.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I'm
Case study?
gonna elaborate. Like, okay, see, I didn't hear this from me. I hear this from one of my Chinese.
Oh, now you're putting it.
No. You see, but you listen to the story first.
Okay,
She said that
okay.
this is a story. I think maybe you guys have heard before. There's
Okay.
3 basket of crabs.
Ah, yes.
Maybe you.
Was that you think?
I can't remember. It's a Chinese guy.
Okay, it's 3
maybe.
baskets
Of
of crabs,
And
like
then-
ketam.
Ketam. There's an
Okay.
Indian ketam, Chinese ketam, and Malay ketam.
Okay.
2 of the ketam, which is the basket, which is the Malay and Chinese, they are closed. And then the Indian one is open. Then the dude be like, hey, fisherman, your crab, that ketam is, open. The Indian ketam is coming up to go be better. Then the fella is like, chill lah. The other ketam will pull it down. Which is rare lah. I want to say.
Crab
like,
in the bucket syndrome, they call it,
yes. Which is rare because I personally feel, right, we are our own downfall at times.
Wait, what? So the question is, why the fuck are the other 2 closed?
Because they will actually go out and be free.
Not
I
their
don't
turn
think
yet.
too hard.
Be better. This one is going too deep. Why are you going so deep? Relax, brother. Calm down.
Not
you know?
their turn yet.
Yeah, not,
Okay, all right.
Bro, you open it, he's going to explain more. Oh, how the crabs push
Yeah.
each other out.
But in essence, basically, I think what Pogi is trying to say is they're a bit
other people cannot succeed.
they don't fancy it. lah.
Okay, so that is, so we talk about success.
I would say that is one of our downfall. lah.
Okay, so we'll talk about that topic later on.
Yeah.
You will expand a bit more, and then maybe you can as well, and then we will give our comments.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, so how about yours,
Can I do it after John just to
Okay.
get a different perspective?
John?
So I'm supposed to say something bad.
Exactly how
What
I
do you
felt.
feel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, have to be fair because they did it
Yeah.
to us, so we have to put our necks on the line as well.
Actually, you know when Poige says that, right? I don't know whether you all remember this, and I empathize with this. Like, you know when Puan Paramjit goes like, "Hey, Tambi, bro," you know what I feel? I feel that it's not fair. because she purposely whack Indians and Punjabis, but then she never do this to Chinese
But
and,
I
and
really
Malay
feel
people.
it's for a
Bro.
reason. Though.
I know it's for a reason,
yeah.
but to echo what you say is the truth lah. Like, how come you look out for the Indian people, but you don't really look out for like you will criticize them, and I know it comes from a good place. She's a good person. But how come you all don't look out for the Chinese fucker and the Malay fucker also lah? That's why I feel like a bit unfair lah. Because I think in some ways, right, they pull them down, but in some ways, you all help each other more.
Nah, anja, bro. I think more,
Bro.
more pull rather than push lah.
You think so?
100%.
I've got a reply to that lah. I've seen teachers doing the same for
Yes.
other uniformed friends of ours.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like pengawas and
Chinese.
all
Yeah,
that.
then they just go there. Hey, you Chinese, need to uphold blah blah blah. But again, this is not about. We're
Oh,
not
they
talking
do
about-
that too?
Yeah. So I guess there's an internal war between the.
Oh. But to be fair, I was fired as a pengawas in Form 1. So I was not a very good
No,
student.
positive, negative thing about Indian, no negative Chinese. We already passed that, bro.
Sorry. I think that's the one observation I feel lah. I see lah. I see that more in Indians than any other race, that they kind of like assist their each other more rather than pull. It's not really.
Isn't that a good thing?
I think it's not fair lah. Like I've seen Chinese teachers that actually care more about majority, like Puan Kao.
But that's an extension of Poige's point, right? Do you have something
Different lah.
Yeah.
that's what I would have said if I
tough
went
lah,
first
bro.
also, but
Quite tough, man.
Wow, we so nice, Wow. Why we got
Bro,
more
you know,
to
I
say
just
that?
want to clarify, when I went to Form 1, okay, I didn't speak Mandarin. Okay? And all my fucking friends were Indian, bro. It was Kishan, it was Harvin, it was Mugundan, it was you. All my friends were Indian because they're like, bro, fuck the Chinese people. I was like, machas, man. Okay? I just want to fucking point that out. Okay? My whole life, right, I was treated very well by Indians. Even Puan Pramjit is damn nice to me.
same.
Okay? So it's fucking
But
hard,
you don't have to make the point based on your life experience. You can make a meta point, meaning you can look at
General
Indians in general in Malay and the things you read and the things
You can just
hear.
say like, I don't like their hair.
Because that's going to be my approach as well. Because I mean, my two good friends in from 4 from 5 was
hard, bro. Fuck, man.
Indians as well, and then Indians of different shades of dark skin, right? Like light, so it doesn't matter.
I think we let John chill first. MJ, you go lah.
No, I
so
think
hard,
this is
bro.
next, right? You're next,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
let's go.
I think their mentality, their thought process towards being a Malaysian in Malaysia. We're talking about just Malaysian Indians, right? I think it's wrong to begin with. I think from the time they grow up, they've been taught not the ideal things. Like they are not taught to sort of integrate to be a Malaysian. And then there are the majority portion of Indians in Malaysia who are taught through Indian cinemas, Indian movies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the culture that is being taught through the movies are not very Malaysian based. Not very, is completely not Malaysian culture to begin with.
It's like Tamil culture, like
Yes, correct. And we're talking about India. That's like
Hollywood
however many
and
thousand
Bollywood. Okay.
kilometers away. Yeah.
Do you all suffer the same problem that Chinese people do, where there's like this pro-China
Absolutely.
love?
Absolutely.
Bro, India also got
We got.
Bruh, my grandma watches news from India every night. She doesn't watch TV3 news. She watches like
that is freaking bananas, bro. That's
Yeah.
serious shit.
and I'm telling you that
No,
this
not bananas.
Yeah.
Mangosteen and coconut. Talking about Indian.
Sorry. Mangosteen.
Yeah. So they are very inclined towards
fuck?
Indian culture. So to a certain extent, right, I completely agree what Tun Mahathir says about Indians in Malaysia. They are truly not Malaysian yet. One easy way for me to eyeball, if I just judge someone based on, you can't judge someone based on their appearance,
But you can tell signs.
you can pick up a few things just
Observation.
observing them lah. And I think when they speak, it will solidify whatever my judgment is, because you know when you think you have like a primary thinking language, right? Like for me, I think in English.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
When some people think in Tamil, whatever comes out of their mouth, I would know like what is their background.
So like someone says something in a certain way, you know he's
Bang bang, yeah, bro. I grew up in Klang.
Yeah.
Slum of slums. I grew up in PPR. That's why my grandma raised me and things like that. So for the first 6 years of my life, I couldn't speak a word of English. And when my parents came back, that's when I realized. That's when my dad realized that something
lah, better not
completely
go to-
wrong. Yeah, bro. So when I came to KL, bro, I couldn't speak English. So that's when I knew, right? Like, over the years, then I'm like, I understand why they are trapped because you grew up in that environment.
It's the mentality that is
It's the mentality, bro. Yeah, kind of segued, but yeah.
mentality. Okay, I got one. I think not all, but when I do observe it, it's a caste thing that is very strong. So for example, right, if I have a person that is Indian that works under me, they obey whatever I say like it's gospel. Even when I know I'm wrong sometimes.
Wow.
But then when I work for a boss that's Indian, right, they act like they own me. And I have to do whatever they say. And even if they're wrong, I'm like, I don't think that's right, man. They're like, you just fucking do it.
Wow.
And this is, it's not just me. It's observant when there is a senior Indian and there's a junior Indian colleague or a client. It's very, very noticeable. And like, like the guy, okay, I'll do it.
That's when the crab rule comes in, I guess.
But when there's the boss, the guy really do whatever it takes for the boss, bro.
yeah.
Serious. Then I always find it so fascinating because you're trapped in that the boss will do whatever and you must follow the boss. And I feel like that's not right. Because not to say the guy that's older one is always wrong or right, but you can always learn more. But I always see it's very obvious. And I'm like, I don't know why the guy is trapped in this type of culture, bro. You clearly know you think your boss is wrong, but you go ikut buta only, I'm like, ayo. I don't know whether this is true. Do you all notice this?
Yeah, 100%. It's the crab theory, bro.
It's a crap thing as well.
Exhibit A of the crab theory. Like, when you work for someone unknown, you try to give it all. And then when you work for your own kind, I don't know what this own kind is, but clearly in this situation, when you work for your own kind, then you have that ego play. Like, let me topple you.
I don't see this apparent in a lot of Malays and Chinese and whites. I don't see it. I feel it, nowadays, at least, it's more collaborative, but Indians still very strong.
Fair?
Very strong.
Yeah. But I have to point out something. It's not a casting.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah. Or everyone in Malaysia who who are not Indians who always say, you got caste system, that's complete horseshit. They don't know anything. They don't know anything about caste system.
What is the caste system?
No, hold it up. We'll get on the
get to that.
expansion, right? So I just finish my point, then we can slowly go back into.
Okay. We hold
Sorry to jam lah. Actually, I have two. I'll share the weaker ones. So this is more on Indians, but you can see, carry over, right? Just like Chinese and whatever. I think because of their background and their history, diversity is, like if you think of diversity, that's India right there, right? There's a saying, right? If a Chinese president gives a speech, everyone can understand. If Narendra Modi gives a speech, like a third can understand, maybe. So I think because of the history of diversity, verbal fluidity is top notch. If you look at the top CEOs in America, a lot of them are Indians. But what ends up happening is that there's a lot more talking than doing, right? So that's the big comparison between Indians and the Chinese. The Chinese guys don't know how to talk; they can do. The Indians know how to talk, but they can't do. This is a weak generalization, but I can see it like a 60-40 kind of situation. The second one I think is a lot more relevant to Malaysians, and that is victim mentality. So there is no doubt, and I could be wrong in this history because I'm not heavily invested, but I do know that among the three big races, Indians have it the hardest because they were the latest to come here compared to Chinese people. They did not have like deep roots and big rice bowls that Chinese people had. Chinese people had a lot of these tauques along the street settlements that were middlemen and Kuala Lumpur was founded because the Sultan Abdul Samad hired I think 70 or 80 Chinese miners to So they started early and Indians came about a lot later and they started in rubber plantations. So then when the NEP came into effect, a lot of these guys were pushed out. So before Indians could get a chance to set that foundation,
Ousted, yeah.
they've lost it. That's why sad to say when it comes to crime, when it comes to drug usage, and I visit recovering prisoners, like they came out from prison. Sorry to say this, about 60-70% are Indians, and they are also 90% drug related.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 90%, 95% is drug related one in prisons, right? Funny enough, the only guy that came out for murder was a 75-year-old Chinese uncle. Yeah,
Wow, that's
crazy
a bit
story.
aggressive.
Anyways, I'll tell you the story after this. It's not relevant. So I get that history. I don't know how true it is, and you know, Indians can correct me. But it's been 60 years. Okay, this is the same thing that India says about the British. They got their independence in 1947, we 57, right? So they're 10 years ahead and they're still complaining. But there is no excuse to have shitty roads that you see in India. There was, you know, there's this trend in India. There's this guy on Twitch or online. He has this ability, right, to like find places just by randomly clicking on Google
Geo
Maps.
game, is
Something
it?
like someone will take a random place in Google
Yeah, then
Map,
the guy
then he will be able to find.
spot it. Yeah.
So I think it could be this guy or another guy, but there was a challenge, and then they say go on Google Map of India, click on one area where you will not find rubbish. They couldn't do it.
Oh shit.
Okay,
No
so
chance.
so don't blame the British for that. They've been gone for a long time.
Even Taj Mahal got rubbish.
No, but you have to click like the whole map, then you click, you try and find. So
Oh.
I get it, and we all know that there's content in Malaysia that are built on Indian victimhood. So they grow their channels or whatever based on that. I don't think that's healthy for Indians. So these are my 2 points. So now we go to him, crab in the bucket, right? I think this is something that both of y'all can expand a lot more, which is like give us a sense. Like you alluded to it a bit earlier, where strangers, they will help succeed, but not their own people. Like why? Like
Like
give some
pinjam
examples.
money and all that lah. They'll lend money.
Give examples. Yeah.
I think just to correct you a bit, right? There were Indians came in as traders as well.
True.
There
Yeah,
are
that's
a
true.
lot of they are very, I would say,
They call them chettias, right? They are like
Chettia.
money lenders. I think they were quite
correct.
big.
So-
But I think the point is like the size, the scale
Yeah.
wasn't as big.
Yeah, so similar to all the tauke's, like you had mushrooming pockets of Chinese folks, gaining their wealth through like trades and things like that. There are a lot of Indians like that too.
Okay.
But these folks are isolated.
Okay.
And what ends up happening is that they isolate themselves from the masses.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what happens. This is the reality on the ground one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so like
It's intentional.
I would say yes, 99%
Is that
intentional.
related to the whole casting as well?
It's not casting. It's
Okay.
nothing to do with caste,
Okay.
right? It has to do with classism. This is a classist problem.
Okay.
Yeah, like say for example, if I go up to anyone, say I meet someone, a new Indian dude, right? I speak to him just as how I am. He may be friendly with me, but if I start my conversation by saying I'm from Klang,
Gone.
I see.
the outcome would not be the same, may not be the same, because there would be a huge judgment of like, oh, you from Klang, blah blah blah, you may have some affiliation or blah blah blah, things like that lah.
Yeah.
So it's a classist problem.
Wow.
Yeah, Indians and Malay people have a very, very big, nothing to do with Malay people right now. but like,
Hey, careful.
yeah, but it's very similar in essence, where it's a classist problem. Caste in this conversation should not play
Yeah.
a role.
Especially in Malaysia, right?
Especially Malaysia is absolute horseshit. Yeah. Yep.
Well, okay, so maybe we can differentiate for people who are listening, because for me, from what I understand, the caste system are like basically the untouchables up to the kings,
Brahmin,
and the creme de la creme, Brahmins, right?
Maybe you wanna save that for another
Yeah,
day.
I think it's a long.
Because it's a Vedic culture before the Brits came, and they all had a very powerful structured empire that had very specific rules for every
This is
every
Correct.
layer lah,
That's a
right?
podcast, bro.
Yeah, but then for what we're talking about is a classist thing, not a caste thing.
Yes.
It's a classist thing.
It's a classist thing.
So don't you feel it's also a very like across all Malaysians? Also, like if you tell let's say like example lah, right? You're like, oh, I'm Chinese. And, oh, where you stay? then you say, let's say I stay in Mongkiara, straight away also.
Say atas Chinese lah.
You're absolutely right.
So maybe it's not Indian thing also lah. It's overall also, right?
Yeah, possibly. But I think to his point, like in terms of playing the victim mentality and things like that, I think this is a spillover effect from the time we gained independence, and then after 15, 16 odd years, then the NEP came into place.
Yeah.
I think MIC also played a very big role in fucking up things. Similar to Amanah Saham, like a fund just for Bumi Putras. Indians also had their funds, in which my mom and my dad told me like they also invested. But you know what happened to the fund? The fund bungkus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so imagine like if you had one representative for your entire race because the country was built such a way, and you trusted this particular representative, to manage your money and blah blah blah, all gone to shambles lah. So then people lose trust, and who do you go to? And we're talking about like 70s, 80s.
Yeah, quite hard.
Yeah, very hard to bank on another person,
Another
or
figure,
blah blah blah. Yeah, but then again, if we fast forward, I am with you. I completely think that people should try and break away from the victim mentality lah. I think that clearly does not help Indians in 2024 to get them out of their own bubble lah.
So that's addressing my point on victim mentality. Do you guys want to add any other?
But I must say, you all are very kind. Yeah. I haven't felt the
I
pinch
don't feel the pain yet. Yeah, I mean, if you compare this sport with the Chinese sport, right? You don't really attack the Chinese people,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
Like,
I think go for it.
Yeah.
Have a
You know why? Because Indians are not as
I feel right.
represented in Malaysia. So
You know why? Because majority of the Indians that you guys know, they are very nice.
Bro, actually, I find it fucking hard, right, to find one bad Indian.
You know why? Because right, the Indians that you know are very nice to you guys. Even the Indians like you will say Karat, right? When they talk to you guys, right, they are very nice. And that is why Indians fuck over other Indians. Because they are very nice. If you go to an Indian people,
But I don't fuck anybody over. What are you talking about?
no,
bro?
you chill. You just ask. You just listen. But if you ask another Indian people, who's the one that cheated you the most, right? They'll probably say another Indian guy.
This is true.
yeah. So but that's the thing, right? Like why? Because so for Chinese people, I mean, there's still going to be rivalries or whatever. There's still going to be like envy and whatnot. But it's a lot more pronounced, it seems, in the Indian
Because
community. But why?
we know
Why?
we like the Indians know they can outsmart that another Indians and capitalize it because they want to help their own race. Like we are same race ma, I trust him lah. Then he fuck me over.
Because it's easier, right?
It's easy.
It's easier for you to gain another Chinese guy trust,
Like-
right? And then breaking trust is so easy, bro. Gaining the trust is hard. So
Gaining is definitely harder.
Yeah, but I would say, I don't know if it's a psychological or a racial thing. It's always easier to gain people of your own kind.
And I don't know why it's like that. Like for instance, maybe I know we're not supposed to talk Chinese, right? Like if your friend come to you, hey, come lah, put money here. Then you like,
I don't
fuck
dare.
that shit, man.
You Chinese,
Yeah,
you Malay,
yeah.
you fucking white also. I'm not doing it, bro. Fuck you, okay?
For majority of the
fuck out here,
Indians,
man.
if I say not the educated one lah, maybe at times even the more educated one will get into it. We were just like, can lah. Then we'll go and then they'll fuck you over. We know that we can get fucked over. And then it happens. And that's why I said we are our greatest downfall. We sabotage ourselves. Our race sabotage ourselves. And also another thing that I would say what I don't really like about Indian people, right, is that we choose to be the victim.
Okay.
We can break through it, but we choose just to be the victim.
What's an example of this?
Like you already know the social problems out there. You just don't do anything to change yourself to be better. Like for instance, right, like if you ask me and Vic, right, you see, I give you a perfect example. He was growing up, probably going to be pro-India if his parents didn't notice what's going on. He chose to change. And that's why he's changed and that's why he's in the better places.
Yeah.
You can choose to change, but most of them choose not to because I'm Indian, the country is like that. Fuck it lah. I'm just going to print my Potun Wajah purple, play all the... Potun Wajah purple.
That's the thumbnail. Indian purple watch.
And then just cut my hair side, long hair and whatever.
A bit curly.
A bit curly.
Wear
my
white
fake
singlet.
LV or whatever, That's it.
One by one.
One by one, lah, It's true. It's true. We victimize ourselves.
Why do you all have a purple wajah, bro?
Apparently, it's our national color. I don't know, man. But that's the first color that came to my mind.
I remember when you wanted to buy a Proton also, then
I wanted to buy blue. Then she said that's an Indian color. I'm like, what?
You know what would be really interesting? To have a Chinese girl sat in this pod right now.
Yeah.
I think she can say a lot more about it.
Because I think
What?
because I've bashed a lot about Chinese females, right?
Oh, have you? Okay.
Yeah, I mean on the pod lah.
Got me?
Oh, if you want me to bash Indian girls can lah. You know, they expect so much from the guys, but they themselves looking like shit.
Whoops.
I just want to say, I just want to point this out.
Sue me. Sue me. Don't sue me, bro. Like legit, most of the Indian girls I know are fucking overweight, man. What's up is going on?
Oh, yeah, sure.
There's a lot of
Go
bashing.
for it,
I
man.
think I'm attacking you rather than they attacking you guys.
No. It's all good.
Like, what's up's going on, bro? Of course, I can talk about the guys as well.
sorry.
lah. Don't get me started, lah. You know.
We're going to Vic's point as well, but I just want to say this. I think if there's a third one, I can say.
Make it
Man.
spicy.
Make it spicy.
Funny enough, it's to do with food. Funny enough, it's to do with food.
Oh, wow.
I think there is an over glorification of vegetarian food. That they would argue that it is a superior diet when they douse it in thick curry.
I think that's the same for Chinese.
And
lah,
they are
actually.
but relatively, in fact, it's genetic. Like Indians have a higher chance to be skinny fat, mainly because they are under
They eat
consuming
less.
protein,
100%.
a big amount, huge. And I think that is a detriment to a lot of Indians. Obviously, it doesn't mean you have to eat beef and all that. Obviously, but
We can't eat
there's
beef.
cheese options.
We can't eat beef, lah. So
There's cheese. I don't know, cheese options.
I think it's
There's
called
a lot.
paneer, right? The Indian word
Paneer,
for
yeah, paneer, yeah.
which is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, so I feel that is a big detriment to them. They are the over glorification because they would defend like hell. They would. I've seen it online. They would literally twist the science and say that they are
know what?
vegetarian. Seed oil is better because it's vegetarian.
My mom also says that like, it's quite healthy, and she I'm like, mom, you're talking nonsense, lah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll say sunflower oil is better because it's a flower.
I got something to say. I got a negative thing. I finally got a proper negative thing. I finally got a negative thing.
Let's go.
I think Indians quite aggro.
Oof.
Compared to all the other races, right? They are the first to be aggro.
Yeah.
Most of the time, argument, they aggro. Physical fight, they aggro. Most of the time, is they aggro. Most of the time, Chinese people like, we aggro, but yeah, actually chill lah. We can.
No,
we can
Chinese people,
discuss.
we aggro, and then when it's time to aggro,
Yeah, they're like, okay, chill. We don't fight first. Malay one is, if they fight, right, you whack me first, then I whack you. But Indian, they whack you first, right? Most of the time, Indians quite aggro. Chinese not so aggro. Normally, it's a discussion with the Chinese person. It's a heated argument with the Malay. With the Indian guy, you just bow down so you don't get fucked.
I mean, if you want to take a video example,
Bro,
it's
that
one by
time
one.
I remember I was fucking drinking in the park, right? Cup and Pra, right? We were just talking to each other, lah. Just talking, bro. Then Yura and I watching.
Escalated.
Bro, we are just watching them, bro. What? Fucker. You just imagine, let's say MJ is Yuran. I'm sitting next to him. Let's say you are Pra. And let's say you are Kapla. Okay? They're talking. He said, fuck you lah. Fuck. Bro. Mid-conversation, Lashwin take the wallet and throw it at Pra's face, bro.
Why?
He take, bro, it point blank, bro. Like, I'm right here, bro.
I have to know what is it about now. What is it about?
We can speak about it
Bro,
later.
MJ, you're right here, right? He just took he threw like that, you know. A fucking wallet just pop.
What was the response?
What? Bro, that's not even the best part. The best part is the response. I'm not even... the response is Pra. Like that, right? He look at fucking Kapla. Kapla look at Pra. And you were like...
What, they laugh? They laugh it out?
bro. Then me and you were like... Bro,
What is happening, bro?
for them to fight, bro. Then me and you were like... We all like... Homer Simpson. We Homer Simpson meme away, bro. We were like... Was fucking aggro, right? Then after they chow already, right? Which is quite long, because they were drinking in the 3-4 a.m. Me and Yuran, we all stay back. Hey, I smoke one cigarette. Then I go to Yuran's car, we smoke. Bro, don't you think that was quite aggro? Fucking hardcore, bro. Until to this day, Kapla is coming. You ask Kapla later, just to verify my story. I think they don't even remember the argument. He just threw the wallet at Bra's face, bro. It's damn aggro.
I wasn't there. I wouldn't know.
But I do agree that the majority of Indian folks are are quite aggro because of the influence of Tamil movies.
Oh, really?
As much as they would defend it, they would say no lah, all this kind of nonsense, right? That's the only source where they see fights all the time.
I think, yeah, it's true. Most of Indian movies, right, always have
you
fights.
see Chinese people watching kung fu fights all the time. We all invented Bruce Lee, Jet Li, what fucker.
I think the difference is, right, you guys know you can do Wing Chun. Ours is pistol. We just punch people.
Yeah.
You know, ours is possible. Yours need training.
Oh, maybe
know?
valid reason.
Like-
Yours is martial arts, not yours. Lah. But
Actual,
you know, the thing that is being presented on screen for Chinese folks are martial arts. Indians just throw things lah.
Throw
The
lah.
cow can
Bro,
fly
a
here.
fucking
lah.
banana can kill you,
You know,
bro.
you can catch the bullet through your teeth lah. These kind of things. You know, it's horse shit lah. So
It plays into the imagination of
yeah,
being able to
yeah,
do
for sure.
If you ask me, right, I want to just emphasize on the Tamil movie lah. Tamil movie is not the greatest education for
Anyone.
people. You know why, right?
Anyone.
You know why, right?
Especially physics.
Physics,
Yeah.
not physics. I'm talking about racial. So among Indians, if you notice, right, most of the Tamil movies, you don't put males or females. All of the heroines, right, are always fair skin.
Okay.
They never portray, maybe 1%, they only portray dark skins. And then for the male, as long they make him look cool, it's fine. So, and that's why most of the Indian, maybe I'm a sucker for that. We prefer fair skin rather than dark skin. Because since young, right, the Tamil movie, right, is been portrayed fair.
I think
Nothing
this is
else.
the same for Chinese also actually.
But you guys are already fair. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. There's 10 Chinese also. And when there's 10 Chinese, right, you look down on them also.
Yeah, jungle Asian.
God damn.
Fuck is that term, bro?
Yeah, that's the derogatory term lah.
Is it?
Yeah, like there's like rich Asians, Korean, Japanese, Chinese. Then there's jungle Asians, you know, which is
Like, bro, let's be real lah. You know 10 Chinese girls also. You
Bro,
know
I
those very
like
10,
them,
10
bro.
one. Like very 10 one.
Can I
They,
just point
they're
this?
probably as 10 as you lah.
No, tenor.
It's fine. Yeah.
Tenor.
To build on your point on Indian girls, I just want to make this observation. I haven't got an actual reason why.
Okay.
A lot of Indian guys like Chinese girls. Amoys. Exhibit A and B, right?
I mean,
Agree,
okay.
but go on.
But the reverse is not the case.
Why Chinese?
I don't see a lot of Chinese guys like going for it.
Very
Maybe
rare.
because you
God,
got
bro.
small Chinese dicks, man.
God,
It's
bro, I
like-
know 3 couples.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, I'll be like very straight up. No Indian girl hit on me lah, but Chinese girl hit on me lah. So I don't dare to make
Maybe
the first move
the
lah.
cause is because of the education of that's respective Indian lady. Like if for a Chinese guy to meet an Indian lady, that Indian lady needs to be in a certain level to meet the Chinese guys.
Bro, I think Indian girls all the English fucking power compared to Chinese
You
girls.
only because you're meeting the one that is in that standard. If you meet the one below, he's not gonna hit. He's not gonna hit you. What? No way you're gonna date that.
Yeah, but I mean, again, this one is not education. It's not the SPM.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not the
it's
degree.
the
It's, I think, your-
social education.
yeah, it's your thought process. For me, it goes down to in what language do you think?
Indian,
Yeah.
and then if you know, I mean, I could also say that. Of course, Chinese people like to hang out with Chinese people. So
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Malay people like hang out
Except
with people,
John in
so-
Form 1, clearly.
Correct.
But okay.
But I think like Indian people do it more extensively lah. Like we just want to be in our circle. We think in our circle. We talk in our circle. If you are that one person who is outside our circle, you are the outsider. We don't like you
Like Poike and I are outsiders in,
Yes.
in the society.
in the society.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they like,
Really?
look at this guy. Think you very fancy, man.
yeah.
Ini apa?
So these days I just mask it lah. I just mask it, pretend like cannot speak, but I understand everything they say. But they also know that I understand.
This is such a confusing thing.
Yep.
I think this is kind of like low-key you. He
What do you mean?
pretends he doesn't speak Mandarin.
Yeah.
But then when the Mandarin speakers speak, he understands what they say.
Yeah. That's how it is, man.
It is what it is.
I don't. Wait, do I have anything else I don't like about Indians? Actually, it's so hard for me to pinpoint what I don't like about Indians. Compared to what about Chinese?
Hey bro, Kapla is here, bro. Come. Can you come here and verify
It's
something?
quite difficult.
Come. Wait, you come to my mic and then you verify your story. Okay? Okay, so we're talking about how Indians are damn aggro. Bro, and I brought up the story about you and Pra, about the wallet. Okay. Just so for the listeners and for the viewers, this is for your entertainment pleasure.
Wait,
so
I think Cup can replace me because I need to make a move. Like in a
Oh,
bit.
sure.
Yeah, it is special guest. You can come and shit on your race. Come on.
Wait, but before we take Cup,
Coming
right?
on.
Before we take Cup, you all got anything else want to talk about or not? about this before we replace.
I want you guys get my response to what I say lah.
You stand by that.
On the vegetarian diet and
The crab.
talk more than they do, and what's the one? Victim you already talked about already.
Anything else?
Actually, the food, right? I just feel like the food, I think fundamentally it helped to feed their physical activity like back in the day. lah.
Labor.
And I honestly think all the spices, it has so much benefits.
It does.
Like a lot of anti-inflammatory benefits,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. All this
Bro,
kind of
you know
nonsense.
it's cool, right? When Andrew Huberman starts talking about it, lah. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying, lah. Right?
It's like Tongat
Ashwagandha.
Tongat Ali.
Tongat Ali.
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
Yeah. So all this,
Yeah.
but I don't think it has evolved to our to feed our lifestyle these days, lah.
I just want to add, I think the biggest failure in recent Indian cuisine, this is probably the biggest, is switching from ghee to vegetable oil.
Should have never done it. Keep ghee as how it is, bro. It's ghee, bro.
Do you know if you track a chart, right? So you know one of the biggest causes of death, I think the biggest for Indians is heart disease. Do you know heart disease was never a problem before 1950 something for Indians?
I was gonna say
They die for any other issues, but never heart disease. If you track vegetable oil usage, I know correlation is not causation, but if you track vegetable oil
Suddenly,
usage, they suddenly went up. And not only vegetable oil usage, but ghee, not using ghee.
not implementing ghee in the what?
Because ghee is tallow, right? Basically,
it is.
right? So
Yeah.
I think that is like the biggest.
Ghee is very badly branded too. That's why it sounds like it's a poor thing, but actually it's fantastic for cooking steak.
Oh, yeah.
Although you guys don't eat beef, I mean, kononia, if you do, then you do.
But I
lah.
think with paneer and eggs, you guys can go about to hit protein targets. What I think it's
Bro, ghee is fantastic.
I mean, I eat everything.
Yeah,
so.
You outsider. Right?
Tag team.
But ghee is really good for cooking steak. Just want to put out.
Yeah,
It's got a higher heating point too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I mean, before it comes in, would you have thoughts on the talk more, do less one? Do you all feel that maybe Indians can dial it down? Like they do, they
You undersell a bit, but you overdo.
oversell, underdo. Oh yeah, sorry, reverse.
That is me lah.
Actually, it would be really nice to hear from you guys instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I was when I was younger, I feel like I would agree because that's what a lot of stereotypes would say. Like my parents would say, you know, my grandparents would say, Indians all talk onion. But then when I grow older, I'm like, you fuckers all same shit, right? You also talk, also don't do chibai. Then you see Malays also do it. Then you see white people also do it. Then you're like, fucker, people are people lah. It's the same shit. So I think it's just them.
but you know what's the
trying
problem?
to-
You know what's the challenge is the whole India-China comparison because there are 2 billion. There are only 2 billion club, right?
2 billion.
And to get a train running in China and India, very different
Of
process.
course.
I think that's the thing, right? Because train technology has been around for a long time, right? It's an executable thing. Why is it that, you know, in India it takes so long? In China, it's like there's that famous chart, right? 2008, this is the number of train lines. 2024, it's like now a freaking spider web, but then India still have the same.
Yeah.
I think it's
So I think
because-
that's where that stereotype is.
Maybe that's just governance lah. But before we continue, I just want to clarify, I'm not a guy that says stories for the sake of entertainment. Kap,
Yes.
can you
You
please...
told this story, is it? Previously in this podcast.
the one you throw the wallet on, right?
Yeah,
I just
okay,
want to
okay,
clarify. Okay. But do you remember what you guys were arguing about?
Yes.
Oh, you remember? Fucking hell, bro. What was it about?
It was about... okay, I'm going to cover myself. We were young, okay? And I was drunk.
This was 23, 24 years old.
Yeah,
lah. So
23,
this
24
almost 10 years ago already.
Oh, okay. I thought recently.
Bro, but fuck you lah. Okay, would you do that at 23, 24? No, right?
No.
Exactly. I also wouldn't do that.
Okay, lah, okay.
Not to a friend, especially. Right?
Yeah.
No, but you gotta take into account his reaction also.
Yeah, he told us the reaction.
Actually,
already.
both of you all laugh in the end lah. But what were you all arguing about? Huh?
No, okay. So he asked me to roll a cigarette, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Then he said I don't want to. Okay,
No,
I
the
don't want-
whole night he was asking me to roll cigarette. Okay, then I roll. Okay, I said okay, roll you a cigarette. While I'm rolling, taking my time to roll a cigarette, he popped another factory cigarette in his mouth and started smoking while waiting for me to roll a cigarette. That one a bit kurang ajar lah. So
Makes it worse.
it's like, oh, you don't roll fast enough. So I smoke another while waiting for my smoke to come. So I was drunk, flung the wallet at his face, actually hit his face.
But it was so near. He was saying it's so near. You couldn't miss, right?
It's in this distance, right? You're sitting.
No,
just
but
like-
try and throw a wallet at me right now. You steal my White miss
Yeah,
white.
yeah,
I mean
okay.
Donald Trump, he miss white.
Are you fucking serious? You were sitting so fucking near.
So okay lah, and he was intoxicated lah.
Are you defending this shit?
No, maybe. No, both of us were drunk. Both of us were drunk. Both of us were drunk. So I brought a wallet, then he started laughing lah. Like
Bro, it was
that's all the reaction was lah.
I just want to say this. And I think MJ and Nick also can agree because they are the only Chinese guys in this room. Okay? If I throw a wallet at either of their faces or they throw a wallet at my face, I guarantee we won't talk to each other after that.
I read the room. I read the room. So I didn't have any backlash.
Wait,
Sorry. So he still doesn't
Bro,
he
y'all love
doesn't
it.
even,
Yeah,
he
just
doesn't hold it against me until
100%. He still invited Cup to a wedding. We still hang out everything. Okay, so let me just turn the tables. If you throw a wallet at Vic's face or Vic throw a wallet at your face right now,
I think it's not gonna end well. I think it's not gonna end well. It just
but like I think the context is we're all drunk.
yeah.
So if we're drunk and I did it also, I think they'll be quite they'll be quite
It's
pissed.
like 2 hours into like a conversation.
Cup,
Please lah.
cup. I'm just saying lah, throwing.
But
It's,
then
it's
again-
aggro lah. My point here is Indian aggro. Okay, I'm not saying right.
Okay, aside from that, have you seen me behave in any other aggressive behavior? No, right?
No lah, but it's a generalization lah. The whole point is I have to find a negative aspect of Indian culture.
10 years ago, John. 10 years ago.
But yes,
Okay, so since he just joined, maybe he can share his thoughts on
what you don't like about
what's wrong with
culture.
Indian people, basically. So just give you some of the things we've already said: victim mentality, vegetarian diet over glorification, Tamil movies,
All right.
problems, aggro.
Aggro.
Poege said crabs in the bucket syndrome. Don't like other people.
Can I say drama and gossiping?
Wow.
Oh, expand. Yeah, that has not been said yet. So
Called drama and gossiping.
Vic, you know this lah.
we
Drop it.
we attack Indian girls as well. So we've covered a lot of ground, but this new ground.
Indian guys, all this some juice going on. Some family, someone dating someone. Some family, this fella is not Telugu lah. This fella is not Malayali lah.
But how must
Why
be
is that
specific?
relevant? Why?
Must be so specific.
No,
huh?
it's like, for example, you have the Hakka, right?
Yes, dialects and
Hakka
all that.
Chinese,
Yep,
the
yep.
dialect, different dialect and different clans.
Yeah.
So we also have our different clans.
Yes,
Okay.
Telugu,
And yeah, so a lot of clans think they are very pure, they are the top of the
Yeah.
class lah. And
They don't encourage.
it's a bit spicy when your daughter or your cousin, your nephew is dating of the opposite of
The enemy.
yeah, the enemy. You know, they say this. Oh, I'm not supposed to say this.
Just say it lah,
Just say it. If it's really bad, we'll just believe it.
Okay, you believe this, okay? The Ceylonese will have all the money but not spend it. Okay, the Malayalis will not have any money but act like they can spend it. Oh, okay. No, seriously, you need to cut that out. I think to save my ass, because a lot of
But that's not what you say. That's what majority of people say.
it's like stereotypes of there are stereotypes. I'm sure it like the
That's the same thing for Chinese
Oh,
people.
like,
also.
like
No, the Wong
My
family has,
my grandmother, she's not around anymore, so it's okay. My sister asked her for marriage advice. She said, "Yeah, I think it's okay lah, except Hakka."
yeah,
Are you
yeah,
fucking
things like that.
serious?
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah,
Wow.
partly because." Okay, anyway, I won't say the
A
second.
lot of
part
these
because-
stereotypes are being passed around by the older generation.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know there
It's
was a
like not
war
really,
between Cantonese people, Hakka people, where 600,000 people died?
How long ago was this?
Canto Hakka war. You go and Google.
How long ago was this war?
Just 150 years ago. Only. It's not
Oh,
long.
that
ago.
was just like yesterday, lah, bro. I clearly remember.
Yeah,
it. It was
It's-
clear as day.
A lot of people don't like Hakka people.
So I was telling them, they said something about is it because of the caste system or blah blah blah. To my response to that is, I think it's a classist thing. I don't think it's a caste thing,
okay.
right? There may be some elements that can be associated to like caste. Like say for example, want to get married, right? Then some grandma might just fucking pop out of the out of the blue,
Yeah,
and
the
the
family
fella like,
tree.
oh, is this person from this caste? What does it fucking matter? Right? If the fella, right, got like 10 million ringgit in his bank account, his fucking caste won't matter at that point.
Yeah. I think.
Automatically, the switch go from caste to classes, right?
That was so
I just want to qualify. My wife is a Malayali, so and I'm a Tamilian/Telugu.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter anymore,
So it's like a big fight.
Wow.
150
Punti Hakka clan was there ever a war with the Telugu and the Malayati?
Yeah,
No,
can you
it's
click on the
just
link? Can you click on the link?
different styles of living,
Oh.
different kind of.
Can you see the
stereotypical-
casualties?
Different values spread throughout the community.
No, click on the link. Click on
There
the
has
link.
been more internal. Actually, no, I don't really want to talk about.
Nah, I see the
Different
casualties.
emphasis.
Yeah.
You
Look
know,
at the casualties.
Wow, 1 mil.
There's some random war like.
Shit.
Yeah.
What are they fighting about? Which cuisine better?
No, because Hakka people are
Guest family.
so they came in and they fought land with
Oh,
But this is over land lah, is it?
a lot of things lah.
resources also, I think. At that time, it's quite famine. It's like famine, lah, my assumption.
It's also linked to the Gihin Haisan thing also. You know that the gang. Okay, anyways, doesn't matter.
I mean, this sounds worse than the
No, the way Chinese people fight
don't
is.
wanna
I know
see
we're not
it.
shooting. The way
Yeah.
you guys talk it out. You guys verbally abuse each other. So the thing with Chinese people is there's a little bit subtle thing, then they slowly build up over 50 years, then we kill each other. Millions.
That one more aggro, bro.
And then this one, right? That's why it's you're spread out the resentment. You know?
We're more,
accumulate it.
we're more open about it, lah. I suppose.
Exactly. So we are like, holy.
I think Point Paramji said this too. She said this in Form 5. She was like, you know what's the problem, you males? Most of you guys, you all pent up all your anger, then you all die of heart attack. That's why women live longer than you. Then I like, fuck man, this woman maybe got a point, bro. That's why women keep fighting all the time, but men don't really fight. They're like, okay lah.
just die.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that. But I didn't know internal also they all got this type of thing. I never heard of Chinese people ever going through that. Never heard. This is the first time I ever heard in my life.
Oh,
like,
what?
don't marry Hakka. Never heard of it.
Oh yeah.
But Indian, I know Kap told me, I think Vic has told me before, Poigi has told me before. But I never heard of Chinese like that. I always thought Chinese, they don't really give a fuck one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But is it true, right, in Indian culture, right, that if let's say you're Telugu and then you marry a Malayali, that by default your child is not Telugu? Because you're the father.
No.
Oh, it's half.
Yeah.
How the fuck the kid go identify, brother?
Correct. It's a man-made title.
Yeah.
From the Vedic culture.
Those are
It
man-made
was-
lah.
Yeah. So like, how can you? It's
So
it's
the
not
child is
associated-
half and half.
Yeah.
So the child is half and half lah.
I mean, if you really want to go down the traditional way, like just say somebody's great grandpa, right, had a intercaste marriage, they would just follow the granddad, something like that.
Oh.
For simplification's sake.
Yeah. But like, it's not associated biologically in any way. Yeah. It's just like split of services or your contribution to the society, like back in before the Brits, bro. Anyway.
I learned a lot actually.
I feel like it's so fucking hard for me to find something to shit on Indian people.
No, bro.
honestly.
I was hoping for more.
I'm sorry. To
I let down my
disappoint.
guard today just to come and like get bombarded.
Oh yeah.
You guys ever heard for...
But Kap has not elaborated on how much he hates Indian shit. So I can go,
No, wait, a sidetrack. So have you guys ever heard about Hindus for Trump?
Oh no.
bro. What in the fuck?
What is this about?
So apparently, the Indians and Hindus in the US, they tend to vote Republican and they vote capitalist. Reason being because they want meritocracy.
Oh.
Okay. So people were discussing why is this political, this one, and it goes back to the caste system in India. It's because they were pressured by this caste system and the fact that people get into positions not based on their merit but based on their position
Family background.
and family background. So they are super against that now. So they want to be recognized purely for their merit, not their skin color, not their caste, not their name, nothing.
It's like
All
an
based on merit. So they vote Republican.
Is that why? What's that show called? The something. It's an Indian dude and a white woman. Fuck, I forgot what's that show called. Joe Rogan references it a lot. The guy's Indian too. He's also damn hardcore Republican. Yeah.
Most you will notice
Conservative lah, big conservative
most brown people are vote conservative. No DEI, no diversity, equity, inclusion. Fuck that, fuck all of that.
Yeah,
I want to be
actually,
recognized based on my ability, qualification, skill level,
Wow.
not my caste.
Well, actually, now
Because
that you
most of
say
them
that,
are
it's
undercaste
quite
lah.
minor.
Because
Yeah,
most of them
yeah.
are lower caste lah, right?
So that's why they want to like counter it and then
Yeah.
like be known for the ability to climb up.
Yep.
Wow, that's quite fascinating also. Now that you say that, right, I'm trying to like reference all my experiences, right? It's kind of true, way. But then again, I also feel like Indian people move out in a lot of like mass migrations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, recently I went to Australia also. Bro, whole plane, bro, 90% Indians. I'm like, wow, damn, man, crazy, way. And you know what's even stranger? I don't really see many Chinese anymore.
Hey, God, today I go Mid Valley, a lot of,
中国
yeah.
They're all in Australia, bro.
No, man. Wait, Chinese? I just went to Australia. I just said it's 90% Indians.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, in Adelaide. And even when I go to the US, when I take my flight there, majority Indians.
but they're renting Chinese people's house, lah.
Perhaps. I don't think so, bro. I don't know. I don't see it as often as well now. And you know, I was also, you know, right, what echoes in my brain every time now when I work with Chinese people, I'm like, oh, Chinese people, I tell you, they're so difficult to talk. They just talk. I don't really, like, you know. It's like a very, like, you know, when you also said that they always have a plan B,
Yeah.
right? So I was just working with, I won't say my client, okay? But basically when I was working with them, right, it's like always constantly a plan B. I'm like, the plan haven't even executed yet, you have plan B also. I'm like, oh my God, never mind, I just do only lah, right? It's constantly echoing in my head, right? But then when I see the ineffectivity of how the Chinese operate now, as time goes by, lah, right? Then I'm like, wow, actually, maybe that's why they hire more Indians, bro.
Bro, I want to ask you guys a question. Why do you associate? I mean, maybe you have expanded the topic a little, right? But why do you associate like this particular topic to Indians like away from Malaysia as well?
Malaysia?
Yeah.
Meaning?
Like I see maybe like half the things that we have spoken about is Indians away from Malaysia. Right? Is there something that
Away from Malaysia, like they leave or?
like we're not
Non-Malaysian
talking about Malaysian
Indians,
Indians.
yeah.
Yeah,
You get what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah. Is there something that is templatized in your head, in your thought process about Indians generally?
like general Indians, not Malaysian Indians.
Yeah, because I mean, I was expecting you all to pew 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 like here lah.
I actually don't have many experiences with Indians, bro. And honestly, I think from what after what I've seen in China, right, it's not that bad lah.
I think
They're quite respectful, bro. Honestly speaking, lah. Like they stay in their seat, they like move for me. They're quite nice. They say please, they say thank you, they say sorry. Chinese people just look at you like you don't even exist. Their foot is on your chair and they're like,
China
sit on my
number
foot lah,
one.
fucker. Then I'm like, okay lah, I guess lah. I don't know, man.
I mean, the way I see it is it's always some sort of link. And then over time, as migration happens, I don't know what was broken away, what was retained, things like that.
Yeah.
Even for us and China, it's the same thing, right? There are a lot of things that we brought over, but a lot of things that we didn't, that we broke it away. So I think naturally it became like, I mean, for example, because of India's diversity, I can use that to explain why my school, which was one of the best debate teams back in the day, were mainly Indians. So it's a stereotype, but it's a true stereotype. And they were good at debating. They went all the way against Oxford.
Nationals.
Not nationals, like
Damn.
Oxford.
Okay.
They were, I mean, I've said this before, they were neck and neck with like Syed Saddiq, right? My generation.
I see.
So I can see that linkage because, there's like there's this joke, right? Chinese people, right? 3 Chinese people, 1 political party. 3 white people, 2 to 3 political party. 3 Indians, 4 political party. That's the joke, right? People give. And the kernel of truth there is that, debating, verbal debating and all that, idea contest is very, very big because of how diverse India is. And that's why they excel in places like America and all that.
Because they participate and everything.
Yeah, whereas, for...
Then again, it's the survival of the fittest. It's the $1 billion club, right?
Yeah.
You need to get out of your billions of people.
Correct. So, I mean, to your question, that's why I draw that linkage with like classical India and just as how I would do with
I feel like I also feel like the Indians and the Malaysian Indians are quite different, lah, bro.
Bro, it's not quite different. It's very different.
Like, you know, you're trying to say like, wow, your perception of the Indians
Yeah.
also. It's so difficult for me because to be fair,
true.
I only
Same,
shared flights with them. I've rarely worked with them. To be fair, you know. And like, I think the normal perception when you speak to a Chinese person, and this is not including myself, right, is they will say India is very dirty. But I think it's the complete reverse when you speak to a Malaysian Indian, bro. I think you make me look like a pig, lah. Like I went to Kapla's house that day. He said, "Hey John, can you wash your feet?" I'm like, I'm the slop here, lah. Fuck, you know. And when it comes to my place, also he washed his feet. I don't even ask him to wash his feet. I was like, "Bro, why you wash your feet for what?" I said, "Bro, clean lah, bro." Bro, I don't watch it. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even consider that, lah. So you know, I think the perception is like Indians are like very dirty. But even that, I don't know, lah. I rarely interact, man.
Same lah.
It's beyond me. You know, Raj just went to India.
Oh.
Yeah, he just went to India for a 10-day holiday, and I've been asking him like, bro, send me a picture of the food. Damn interesting. It's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. Diverse, very diverse.
Yeah, but what you said like, is all
I'm not
very
a fan
heavy.
of the country.
Oh, is it?
FYI.
Oh, maybe you should tell MJ about Tirupati temple, bro.
No, you told me already. I saw it.
I'm sorry, right? Yeah, it's fucking
But-
bananas.
Yeah, they're not helping the case. They're not helping.
Other than that, I really don't know, man. I also wonder what is the fascination of why Indians always go back to India.
So like I said, they are very, they still
Like for
very-
holiday or like a pilgrimage
yeah,
type
they
thing,
still
right?
very, very much associate themselves to India. You know, giving extra brownie points to statements that Tun says a lot about Indians in Malaysia. Like he truly does not believe that Indians
Yeah,
in
fully
Malaysia,
assimilated.
have fully assimilated in Malaysia. But that doesn't mean that you need to become a Malay or whatsoever. You just need to assimilate to become a Malaysian. The way you think as a Malaysian. Like the question of why the F would I want to watch India's news, for example?
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can say like then you know, you could say like, why am I watching like British news or like American news? But
counter
like
lah.
there's a difference, right? The difference is they are very consistent about only watching India.
They're skewed lah.
Yeah, very skewed. You know, in terms
Perception.
of the knowledge that they want to get lah. So, yeah.
But do you think this is a Malaysian Indian thing? Because I feel like it's the same for everywhere though. Like American.
look at Singaporean Indians?
Is it?
They are complete Singaporeans. Look at the Australian Indians.
Really?
Look at the British Indians.
Oh, British Indians fucking
Yeah.
British, bro, actually.
Yeah, American Indians not so because they are actually first-gen Americans.
Oh,
You know
true,
what I mean?
true,
Like
true,
Satya Nadella, he's a first-gen American.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad still in India.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we are like what 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th generations already. We should be fucking Malaysians first, bro. You know what I mean?
But I think in Malaysia there are real solid pockets of the old school Indians.
Yeah.
For example, in the places start with K lah.
That's the first thing that I said earlier.
Why you even that?
Actually, it's very wrong.
Kacang fucking
It's
cibai.
very wrong, Cups. I think people in like Penang, Ipoh, all also same one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's just.
I think maybe they just keep to themselves in their village.
That's what he said too.
Yeah.
Maybe lah.
Guys, I just want to point out that this video is double the time of the Chinese one.
Oh,
Serious shit.
The impression people are going to get, it's like twice more shit.
How many minutes is this?
It's an hour already.
Damn.
The fuck?
So we're gonna wrap it up. Move on to the
Before
next
it
one.
looks- the optics.
Okay, it's not that bad, guys. Okay.
I had nothing to say until the end.
A reminder, if 15,000 views, we will do the final boss. The final boss video, okay, guys? So, is there any emoji that they should put down?
Black. Curry. Let's go.
Curry emoji, bro. Curry emoji.
emoji.
Let's fucking
Let's
go.
go,
Alright lah, we post lah. Actually, there's no need to post, from VFO. I'm just saying. VFO is Vincent doing a very
True lah,
clickbaiting thumbnail. Yeah.